Waiting to plan for your future. I think a lot of people fall into this because we are all concerned with today. We are all concerned with what's right in front of us. I've become pretty fond of saying it's hard sometimes to see past the end of my arm, right? The hand is right in front of me. I'm not exactly sure what's beyond that. Times like these can really play a factor into that. Well, I'm going to wait for a better time in the economy when Russia's not invading Ukraine. There's all kinds of reasons that we wait. I do think one of the number one reasons we wait is because we don't think we can afford to save because of all of our expenses, and we'll get into that. But it is never too early, guys, to invest in your own financial education. And I think we should start this conversation pointing out that we have lots of resources available, free educational resources for you on getreadyforthefuture.com, on this show, on our podcast, the Talking Sense podcast, the fastest 4 minutes in investing. It is always a good idea to invest in yourself when it comes to education about finances.
I just had this conversation earlier in the week with a prospective client. I said, look, education is the foundation of everything that we do, because if you are educated, then you're going to understand the why of what it is that we're doing. If you don't understand the why, you never will stick with the what, because the why will cause you to change. And if you don't understand that why, then you're really kind of just wasting time. And I think that's really the key here, is that you've got to lock in on education. But Janet, let's talk about the two aspects that Scott brought up. Number one thing, I think that, I remember when I first started in the investment business, in my office, I had this little small office. It was smaller than yours here, Scott, just so you know. Not as small as your office where you used to work, but it was small. But I had on the wall a chart. And the headline of the chart said there are always reasons not to invest. And it showed the S&P 500 and the progress the S&P 500 had made. And then every year of that chart, it listed some, worldwide calamity that had happened that was a reason not to invest. But you juxtapose that against what the progress of the S&P 500 had been, and you look at that and you go, well, that's dumb. Why did I ever think that was a reason not to invest?
Yeah, I mean, You've really got to get to the point where you decide that your financial education is important, and you're going to spend some time on this and learn what you need to understand in order to be a better investor. Guys, this is going to seem a little off topic, but it deals with coaching. I was watching a video of some very young T-ball players. So like they're brand new to T-ball. And y'all, it's just funny stuff to watch, when a 3 or 4 year old is getting up there. So this one kid comes up and the ball has been put on the tee, and boy, he plants that left foot like he's a professional batter, and he plants it and he nails that ball, and his little bitty tiny legs are just hustling to get to first base. The next player comes up and he's holding the bat like in the middle of the bat, doesn't know how to hold it to swing it, and the coach is having to help him swing, and his feet are not anywhere near where they're supposed to be. These kids are the same age, and it's cute when you're 4. It's not cute when you're 34 and nobody's coached you on your retirement. Like, which T-ball player are you? The only reason that the 1 4-year-old was better than the other was they had some time that somebody spent coaching them and telling them, and they were willing to learn. Yeah. And it's very visible in that. But what is not visible in your financial situation? Where do you need to have some coaching?
Want more content like this delivered to your inbox weekly? Visit fastest4.com to learn more.